really started with Apex Legends. What an unforgiving game it is. You know, I think I've got a pretty good tolerance for difficult games, but man, this stuff is unreal. I walk around for maybe a minute or two and get shot and it's all over. If I have any personal victories, well, even just getting some damage on the board is my success. Forget about winning, forget about even killing anyone. All the goal is just to get some damage on board. One time I got triple digits of damage. That was a good day. It was after about 5 rounds one night. I decided, you know what, I've had enough of getting abused, molested. I think I was game for something else. I saw the basic access on the Origins launcher. Bloody launchers. I have 6 of them sitting on my desktop now. Anyway, Origin Basic Access, gaming subscription. This was the first that I knew of a gaming subscription. Makes sense. We've got Netflix for movies, TV, Spotify for music. Makes sense. I was a tad suspicious of the quality of games that might be in there, especially because the price of this was just $7 a month. There was a game in there I've been wanting to try, Aragami. I saw that game when I was looking for games to play between the Switch and PC. I must say the Switch really has a good hold on the quality of games for it. Anyway, here I'm spending NZD, New Zealand dollar, $7 a month, $40 for a year. I can easily spend $7 on lunch, so it was worth a try. And how was Aragami? Man, this game's fun. I played it with a friend and I immediately noticed the huge benefit of this subscription. Immediately we both had a list of multiplayer games which we both can install and play online without having to pull out the credit card on each new game. Aragami itself, well, I can say I dig the look of it, and it has those Metal Gear Solid elements. A stealthy ninja type game, where it's a mixture of bouncing around with the shadow to shadow teleport mechanic and performing Hitman-like assassinations. The game is relatively quick to pick up and the story doesn't seem too intrusive. Pretty happy with this. Got an hour into it before we called it a night and I'm keen to see much more of it. Titanfall 2. Whoa! I'm glad to have tried this game. In a lot of first-person shooters, I quite often get lost. This was one of the first that I felt the level design really matched up with the movement mechanics you're allowed to do. You play as a soldier who buddies up with a robot known as Titans. As a soldier you slip and slide, wall run and double jump around the platforming sections of the level. As a Titan, well, you go about blasting everything with a variety of different choices of weapons. It's like they clearly knew what they were trying to achieve with this game, and the level design really goes forward to see how they can push these mechanics. It took me about 6 hours to get through this game, not too long. I'm really glad I did. Lately, if anything, I've been enjoying shorter games if it gives that burst of action, and this certainly did. It reminded me of Doom 2016, a game which seemingly came out of nowhere, blew me away. Doom knows what it is, and that's how it is. Glorious, gruesome action. And Titanfall 2 felt the same way, enough in it to feel fresh and new in the single player campaign. Unravelled 2. This game. Now you see, I've had this personal challenge for many years, and that was to try to get the wife to play some games with me. Many games have been tried, and one succeeded, which was Overcooked. It seemed to take her interest. But now 2. Unravelled 2 has taken her interest. These seemingly cute characters, 2 figures of yarn, who make their way across the map, and the idea is just to get across the landscape. It's a cute game, and when things get tough for one player, the player can hop on to the other to be taken over to the next section of the game. What a fascinating concept to be built in. It allows the non-gamers not feel bad that they're not keeping up. Really, this game is just a platformer game with wall jumping and rope hook swinging, but beating each little section gives that little hitch of success. I hope to find more like it. Like I said, it's rare to have a game like this that my wife is interested in playing, while at the same time holding my interest as well. Mirror's Edge, also a good game. Hard game, but good game. Completely different first-person shooter, I must say, in the ways that it's not about shooting, but all about running. They fittingly even call you and the people you work with runners. And what an interesting adrenaline rush it is running away from people who are trying to shoot you. The reason? Well, I don't really know, to be honest, but hey, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the running, wall jumping and sliding that I've been accustomed to now from these Origin EA games. You play as Faith, who in the cutscenes seems pretty badass, even in this loading screen, but sorry Faith, as awesome as she seems in those mini movies, which I love the animation style by the way. When I play her, she meets her demise over and over. Mr. Shifty. I haven't played a lot of this yet, but so far from what I have played, I've liked. It's one of those games that you can squeeze in when you just have a few minutes here and there, and that's what I've enjoyed about it so far. It boots up and loads up fast and gets you into the action. In some ways, I noticed it's like the aforementioned Aragami, teleporting around, beating up, and it is all about this teleport shifting. Mr. Shifty, of course. One hit, you're dead. I wish more games had the guts to do this. Okay, sure, maybe having a couple hit points is good for certain games, but I've got fond memories of starting and restarting levels and getting really familiar with certain portions of games because you play them over and over, and it makes when you finish that level feel that just so much sweeter and better. Can't comment on exactly how Mr. Shifty progresses, but at this stage, in short bursts, it seems pretty fun. So that's my review of Origin Basic Access so far, and I've only played 5 games. There's still another 170 odd to go through yet. Entirely sure if the total count is 170. I do see there's some expansions in there. I would presume they're counting those as games, and well, I find that might be a tad unfair, but mind you, I haven't counted them all yet. To pay one subscription fee and get access to all of this, it's fantastic. Sure, maybe not all of the games will pick my fancy, but I'll get to try them and see whether that is the case. I've already bought other games for much more, and only to find I didn't really like them. So, doing them here is fine by me. I'd like to thank you for watching.